Relating to climate change, there has been so from the perspective of some people, a missed opportunity in Copenhagen recently. Do you think that the governments will finally arrange to structure a treaty or a way to address this issue realistically in the coming 2 years?
Yes. Not this year. You will need to give it time. However, we want to reassure you there will be an agreement. That will be made. There will be penalties that those who do not follow will pay a certain price. There will be an agreement of all different countries, and individuals will sign a treaty, and it will happen. Now, if you ask of it, can we see that happening within a 2-year cycle? No. Within a 5-year cycle? Yes.
Thank you.
Are human beings really causing climate change?
Yes. Yes and no. There is an agreement for climate change, as we have suggested, because in your agreement of pollution here, you have also set this into motion. You have agreed to some degree that there are difficulties, and you have also created that within that of the self, physically, and that of the earth itself. Think about each of you and how much you are into constantly cleaning the self as well. Think about it. You work onto yourself to clean the physical body. Many of you will say, I do not have pure thoughts or impure thoughts, and how can I work more to have pure thoughts? These are reflections of that of the earth itself and its cleansing here. The earth are part of thyself. Will it have great changes? Yes. We want to reassure you. Does this answer the question, please?
It's just the fact of connecting the climate change to pollution. This is what seems to be the agreement. Is that what?
It has an effect. Is it the only reason? No.
Okay.
Well, this is part of it. It is also your mental thinking also do have an effect on it.
There's a disagreement between two groups. One group of scientifics explain that the rise in CO2 in the atmosphere is directly related to man-made activities, basically the coming of the industrial age. And there are another group of scientific that say that it has no bearing. The amount of CO2 in the air is not important because it changes, it comes from volcanoes activities and this and that, and so they deny the science. Is there any truth to...
There is some. We want to reassure you. There is a little percentage from that perspective of that of the pollution. Is it a great percentage? Very little. We want to reassure you, those who say it is a normal part of the evolution of the earth, we want to assure you it is. And there is part of it from that of the pollution, yes, but it is not a great amount.
So then why would they do a climate change treaty?
Because individuals are looking for ways of communicating, sharing, working together, because of the desire and the need of individuals who says that this is the reason for it. Since they do not know any better, individuals are working to look for solutions. And if solution means that we need to work together as a group to find common denominator, such as pollution, then we will work together. It is all about working through that of peace. You need to look at the intention and not of the problem itself. But what is behind it and what are they to learn from this? Individuals are constantly working to come together and to, as you notice here, work towards peace and to work against the concept of power, abusing of power. And this is part of the reason here.
Is it the same thing like you were saying at once? Like when we think about war in our heads, we choose to think about that, we will have war. When we think about pollution, we will have pollution. So if we start changing our thoughts, it can help a lot, much more than the treaties or whatever.
Yes, very much so. We want to reassure you. You look at, you ingest food into the body and then you go to the bathroom to release it here. Those in your language would be impure to your language. However, it is a necessity that you go to the bathroom to release it here. Otherwise you would be built up with toxins within the body system. So too with that of war here. War helps in that of the cleansing. Now, is it a necessity? Right now it is a necessity until individuals learn more about themselves and humanity. Right now the soul is learning about it. Think about it. Not all individuals have chosen to be at war. Not all individuals who go to war is in agreement with war. However, many individuals have chosen to do so and are learning experiences for the soul here. Eventually here, there will be no need for this learning experience here. Remember, it's all about learning about, from the soul's point of view, of gaining greater understanding, greater experiences. Once each of you have learned enough, there will be no need to create these difficulties.
When you say that eventually there will be no need, eventually means what? 10 years? 50 years? 500 years?
Yes, please. We do thank you. In your language, we can give you a probability here, for it fluctuates. You have at least 30 to 50 years here. Between 30 and 50 years. You will no longer need this, but right now you do.
Thank you.